to the Gold Coast now. Big academy haul from the Suns. So obviously Jed Walter at pick 3, Ethan Reed at 9, Jake Rogers at 14, and Will Graham at 26. All in the first round. Bit controversial, but great pickups.
Yeah, no one wins the draft, at least not in the week after it. But you have to think that they're quite happy with how it's all unfolded. They got their picks in, and they had to do a few extra trades to make sure that they got all 4 in, especially when you got Will Graham coming in as a first round pick as well. But yeah, just going through them, Jed Walter, as mentioned earlier in the show, he's probably one of 3 or 4 that are pretty much built for a round 1 game.
Yeah, he's massive.
He's absolutely huge. Just well built. Kicked 18 goals in 4 games in the Talent League, another 11 in 4 games at the National Champs. Had some injury concerns that kind of let him kick his feet up in the back end of the season, especially when you know where you're going. So that was fine. And yeah, really going to be one that's going to be next to Ben King next year, and working under Levi Casbolt as well. And if they can lock away Ben King to a new deal, then they've got their forward line set up for some time in a very exciting period for the club. Next one was Ethan Reed, premier ruckman of the competition, just athletic and aerobically gifted, like running under 6 minutes in a 2-game time trial for someone that's 200 plus centimeters is ridiculous. So
he covers a lot of ground with the legs.
He's obviously a very tall and just very also athletic. So he'll get to work off Jared Witts, which is perfect for him, and he won't be needed to play. He won't have to play next year, you would think, with Ned Moyle also backing up in the ruck. So long-term ruckman, could maybe play some back line. So that's going to be quite interesting to see. Jake Rogers, 170 centimeters tall, so quite small, but packs a punch. Just hard at the ball, good tackler. Will probably play a bit forward if he gets a look early enough. And a perfect matchup for him at training is going to be someone like Tuke Miller, just to kind of work off him and his skills. And then Will Graham, another midfielder, but will probably join the backline group. Played defense for the Allies. Given their star-studded midfield of Sanders, Rogers, Colby McKercher, Caden Cleary. So they trialled him down back, and he was pretty solid. So it's probably likely going to be where he starts his career. And like you said, it's a big tick for the Suns for very obvious reasons. Damien Hardwick's going to be pretty wrapped with some of the pieces he's added to that 80% premiership list. And I think all 4 of those kids are very much going to be part of the club's plans moving forward.
I think one of my favourite points of the night was when they made Ethan Reed and Jake Rogers do the presses together, and just the disparity between their heights. They looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito in that.
It was actually, you could see them walk through, and Jake Rogers just goes, "Freak show," as they're rolling up to the mic. So that was pretty good. When you've got 40 odd centimeters between them. So taking in their stride, obviously, and
Jed Walter with a couple of preseasons in him, he is going to be
a monster.
Just a monster. Yeah. Models his game off Charlie Curnow.
You don't get a lot of key forwards like that anymore, I don't think. You look at last year, Cadman went at number 1. Matt Jefferson was the next drafted forward, I think. And then even Nate Caddy and Jordan Croft this year, they just don't compare in size to someone like Jed Walter. It's just, scary.
It's a good time for Dimmer to be coming in. So they could be a very scary team as early as next year, to be honest. So...